I installed my inverter over here. All the cables are connected. That's the AC in, the AC out, and the second AC out I don't use. I got a cable that goes to my dongle, the Victron dongle, which is a Wi-Fi connection, so I can read the stats from the inverter on my phone. Then I got my double wired black cable to my 12 volts and the red cable to my 12 volt. The red one goes to a fuse and then to into the whole system with some bus bars. What I'm working on is the AC out right now. That has to go, this is the AC out. That has to go to a circuit breaker. It's going to be installed here, and then from the circuit breaker it goes to my first outlet, and that's a GFCI that makes the entire AC out protected. Then from here, by this cable, goes all the way out to the side door, where I have a outlet that I'll be using when I'm outside of the van, perhaps to cook or whatever. That's this one. I'm connecting that one directly on the GFCI box, the outlet, and then from the same point there's another line going back in here underneath my kitchen countertop. There's my friend having fun. When I'm going inside again, then underneath I got another outlet that I need for my water heater out here, and that line continues up here on the side of the kitchen. There's another one that I already connected, and you can see it here on the inside. And that one is supposed to help me with my induction cooktop, which is stored here. With this outlet here, if I'm at a picnic site or whatever, I can put my cooktop outside and cook outside, either on a picnic table or so, or I'm still planning a fold down table out here, so I can cook out here as well. I'm not an electrician, so unless you know what you're doing, don't do what I do. But I connect this wire to the 3 earth ones that I have available when I'm finished. So one side done, now the other one. Okay, made a small panel for 2 double pole circuit breakers. Now I still have to be able to push it in, and I think that works somewhat. Then finally we've got the plate. With the GFCI outlet finished, I have connected both my exterior outlet, at least the one at the sliding door, as well as the 2 here inside, and they're both protected. And the outlet is connected now with a circuit breaker box. Not yet completely finished. The only thing that I have to do is connect the AC output with a breaker box. I still have one 120 plug here, and that's from my fridge. Also something what I what will be very unlikely that I'll ever use, because it works fine on the 12 volt, but I would be able to plug that in the AC out here if I wanted to stay somewhere on a campground with utilities for a long time. But as I said, that's not in my planning. I'm here at the driver's side door. The inverter it's an inverter charger. In preparation for the installation of it, I want to start with taking care of the input, the AC input. I have installed a 110 volt lead under the van to connect to an outside source, and that's out here, as you can see, hopefully. And here, right behind my driver's seat, under the bed, I have a little space that hides a few connections, as well as a ventilation to the underside of the vehicle. I connected the cable, and now I'll connect the cable to the bottom so it doesn't move. It can guide this on top of it. Okay, that's good. Just to clarify what I still have here, this is more or less the connection to my starter battery. It has 3 outlets which are located on the side of the pedestal of the driver's seat. In the very beginning I planned different electrical setup, so I got those 3 wires, those 360 ampere wires out here that would give me a maximum of 180 amps, and I had a fuse here and a disconnect over there and a different setup. Now I got only a 60 watt wire, one of these 3 wires from my starter battery connected here to my DC to DC converter, which is located near the house batteries in the rear of the van. Since that converter is only 30 amps max, that wire is more than sufficient to take care of that. I'm just leaving this in here, not using it, but there's always a possible future use for that. These 2 are for 2 other projects I still have in mind. Don't know what I'll use that, but I'll leave that in for now. Right now I'll be putting this back in. This is my ventilation through the wall of the van to the underside of the van. And I got a better ventilation to my fan that's in the ceiling above the kitchen. I'll put that back in, put a cover on top, and then it's cleaned up again. Okay, that's done, and that's done too. Okay, one last thing to do. So I finished my breaker box. It has a double pole breaker in it, a mini breaker MCB. So it's protected on both positive and negative. I finished my GFCI outlet here, and there's 1 other outlet connected over there and 2 on that side, inside. I have my Victron on off. Now I'll switch it on. There it goes. Green lamp is burning. Oh yeah, and this shows it as well. 0 amps in, because that's not connected, and AC out is on. My circuit breaker is on, but now I still have to reset my GFCI. I got a 700 or 800 watt heat gun. And now I hope this will be working on 120. And that's high. So it's using about 92 amps. I'll have to go over it again just to make sure that everything is tied up and whatever, and clean everything out here. But the inverter is right now almost finished. It's just the AC in that I still have to do, at least the breaker box on it. That'll change my life again in the van. Because now I can use my induction cooktop. So with my inverter finished, I have one more test to do. It's more a practical test. And that's boil some water. The induction cooktop is located underneath the countertop, as you can see. I would be able just to use it here. Can use it outside as well, of course. But what I will do in this case, I will take it out. And place it on top. I have my outlet here to connect that. Get a pot with some water for one drink out here, and that's gonna be my teacup or my mug. The first thing that I have to do is activate my inverter, and I can do that on my app. So put it on. I hear it click, and it's on. And right now it's inverting. Don't know what, but it inverts 1.2 amps. It's located, by the way, on a 15 amp system. That's the way I programmed it. And there's going 8 watts out. I'll put my timer on. Oh, I have to switch on it's the first time I'm using my cooktop as well, so first I have to switch that on, yeah. And let's see how long it takes to boil. The 460 Fahrenheit level shows up as about 1156 watts coming out of my inverter. Okay, it's 2 minutes and it's boiling. And I have my tea. So I got my cup of tea, but the practical thing for me is if I just put on my some water for something to drink, it takes me about it costs me about 4 amps, and I have about 550 amps available, or somewhat less, let's say up to about 500 amps available in my batteries usually when they're filled up. So just for making something hot to drink, I have an indefinite supply of power. But for now, having the electricity will make a big difference in the way I live in the van. Oh, before I go, please pay attention to these missing children. If you have any information, please call the appropriate number. Hi guys, this is Joey and we're building a one-of-a-kind RV. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe. Or better yet, leave a comment. Thanks guys. You've done a good job.